Hi guys, Squirrel here. We're back with some Euro Truck. Do you recognise the internal layout of this? You probably don't, actually. And the reason is, I found a nice little mod pack for the brand new Volvo. Take a look at this. It's basically black with like neon, blue neon effects on the dashboard. Love it. It's fantastic. When I reviewed the Volvo, I did say that I didn't want a cream interior. I wanted a black interior. And this fits the bill. Actually, the mod for it has got two different variations. One has kind of blue neon effects and the other one doesn't. I'm just sat here at the moment waiting for my air brake pressure to go back up. I've got the air brake pressure simulation turned on, and it's decided it's quite low this morning. We're actually in Copenhagen, and it looks like it's a nice day in Copenhagen. As you can see, the sun's shining and the chimneys are polluting the atmosphere, and it's 8:30. I'm waiting to go and pick up a delivery. Actually, I'm going to take a bus, take a massive blue bus. But while we're waiting for the pressure and stuff, let's just zoom in and see if it's done. If you press I on the display, you can see on the right there it changes. And yep, bottom one is the air pressure. Looks like we're good. 750 litres of fuel, so we're fine to go. But before we do that, I just want to show you something. What do you think about this skin? Now, I did show this skin. If you watched my stream last Sunday for Sunday Night Trucking on Twitch, I did show you this. And one thing to note is, after the stream, Mr. Pavel, who watched a bit of the stream, Pavel Sabor, he said to me, you need to turn on the normal mapping in the options because it makes the new trucks look a lot better. And he's right, you know, because you can actually see the Squirrel logo on here, whereas when you've got normal mapping turned off, you can't actually see that grey squirrel. It just whites the whole thing out. So if you go to your video options, you might want to check that out. It's called normal mapping, and if you turn it on, if your graphics card's good enough, it'll actually give you really nice looking graphics. But anyway, what do you think of this squirrel? This is for the new Volvo, by the way, and you get the black squirrel on the top, which looks cool. And then you get this kind of grey on white squirrel. It was done by one of my followers. Very kindly did it for me. The link to this mod will be in the video description. There's two variations of it, the black and the white. This is the white one, and there's a black with a white version as well. Take your pick. I think they both look pretty slick. They obviously complement the squirrel skin for the Scania, which is already available. But if you drive a Volvo, you might want to pack this bad boy. It doesn't change the trailer, it's just a truck, so if you want to use the Squirrel Logistics trailers with it, you still need to install the other one. So in my video description, you should find two links. One for the Scania, the Squirrel Logistics one, which gives you the Scania paint job. And you'll find this one as well, which gives you the Volvo paint job. If you actually enable both of them, then you'll be able to change your skin on Scania trucks and Volvo trucks. And you'll also have the Squirrel Logistics trailer, so then you can get your white Volvo and pull a white Squirrel Logistics trailer, or pull the black one, or whatever you fancy, whichever colour scheme suits you. I know there's a lot of you Volvo fans out there, and you've been asking for this skin. Well, I'm glad I can give it to you. Now, I love it. I can't get over this interior. It's just so nice. I would love to sit in a cabin like this. It looks so space age. This is a separate mod. It is compatible with my skin mod, so like I say, that will be in the video description as well. But this is pure rocking, this is. Put the side lights on, you can see it light up now. Beautiful. This is a damn fine looking truck now, inside and outside. Ooh, there's a coach. Now, somebody sent me a message and said they thought coaches had been removed from Euro Truck. And I think that just disproves it. So if that's you watching, I think you got that wrong. I just saw a coach and you saw it too. So I have installed a mod. I've taken out my trailer mods. I had a military mod installed, and what was the other one? It was a mod 2.0 pack. It was like a trailer pack. Both of them very good mod packs. Been running those for a little while. But I've taken them both out just to try out another mod trailer pack from Jazzycat, who's a bit well known in the mod circles. And his mod pack, we're going to take a look at it today. This is one of the trailers that we're going to pull. Is by... do they really have this glass thing down the side? Can you see this? What the hell? Why? Is that a real thing? Why would you have glass down the side of a road like this? Is that a windbreak or something? Or is that an actual country separation? Does anybody know what that's for? I find that interesting because I've never seen that before. Anyway, so, as I was saying, the trailer mod packs will be linked in the description if you want to try them out. I'm not sure if they're compatible with each other, the different trailer packs, but I'm just running this trailer pack on its own, just to minimise issues, basically. But you're welcome to try it out with other trailer packs. They'll probably trample all over each other. I have actually mentioned such a thing to SCS. I've said to them that one of the things that would be useful when you find time, because obviously they're quite busy, is that when you install a mod, if you can actually, in the game, if you can click on the mod and then examine what it's going to do. So it's going to, you know, trample all over the Iveco truck, and it's going to trample all over a certain trailer or company name, and then you could just kind of selectively enable or disable what effects it will do. Because often, I don't know what you find, but I'll tell you something, often I find that you download a mod and you just want it because it does something for you, like it will give you a skin or a particular trailer. But then it comes bundled with all kinds of other things that you don't want to happen. And it would be great if you could just, you know, pick a mod and then say, I want it to do that, but don't let it do all these other things. So you've got a degree of control. And also it would give us visibility on what it's actually changing, what the mod is actually going to change. And that opens the door for being able to choose which mods you want, which parts of a mod you want, and then you'll get less, you know, fewer conflicts, as it were. If that makes any sense. Because sometimes mods don't work with each other, or they'll trample all over each other, and it depends on the order that you load them in. And mods are notoriously bad for not providing README files. I don't understand why a mod author would create a mod and then not put a README file inside to say, this is what my mod does. This is what version I've tested it on. This is what it changes, and this is me, and if you've got any problems, this is where you can get hold of me. It's such a simple thing. Whoa, dude. Can't you go a bit more forward? Oh, come on. Go a bit more forward before you sort of block the road, you inconsiderate bugger. So I think after this, as much as I've enjoyed the Volvo, I'm going to be trying out some other things. As I'm recording this is the head of the Sunday Night Trucking, which if you've never watched it, you really should come along and just pop in and say hi. It's, you know, twitch.tv/thesquirrelsnuts, and, you know, 6 PM UK time on a Sunday. It's enjoyable. Come and say hi, watch me play some stuff. Last week we actually took you probably saw the highlights, a Renault, which I painted a disgusting pink. I mean, really, what? I made it look as horrendous. As if Renault isn't ugly enough anyway. I made it look horrendous. Bright pink, horrible lights, horrible kind of grille on the front. And then just to top it all off, I put a couple of air horns on the front that stuck out, you know, like a metre out of the truck. It was just disgusting. And then we took it to the Scania test track and sacrificed it, basically. Sacrificed it to the gods of Scania. And it was good fun. It was really good. And if you're in the stream, you probably enjoyed it. And if you weren't, then why not come along next time and enjoy the stream. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Well, I like the fact that we've got a bus. I'm a bit disappointed with the quality of the texture. I think the trailer looks good. They've tried to put some dirt along the bottom edge there, but look at the wheels. Very simplistic polygon design. I have to say I've seen better quality textures. It's alright, I mean the bus model's fine, but it's just a little bit... Do you not think? Very dirty bus. Anyway, we've taken the job on now, so I mean, we're getting paid to deliver it, not to worry about what it looks like. How much does this thing weigh, by the way? I didn't actually check. 7 tons. Cargo name in Russian. Destination Praha, which is Prague, I believe. Is that right? Praha's Prague. Coming out of Copenhagen down to Prague. Time remaining 24 hours. We've got plenty of time. Look at Copenhagen's road system. Oh, there, look in front. Can you see it there? There's another one of Jazzycat's trailers. That looks quite interesting. That looks like a lifter. A crane lifter type thing. Oh, I think there's a problem down there. Did you see that car reverse? I think there's an AI issue going on down there. Do you think that'll get him to get a move on? The AI's got stuck. As it does. Of course, the brand new AI is coming. This is 1.7 at the moment as I make this video. 1.8 shouldn't be too far away. Well, at least that's sorted anyway. Whoa, here comes another... Look at this. This is in the pack as well. Look at that digger. Is that a cat? Or a JCB? It looks like a cat. Whoa, that's... It's even got the serial number on the back. And it's dirty. Oh, that's nice. I like that one. That's a lot better than the bus. Wow, this is like rush hour. In Copenhagen. 9 o'clock rush hour. Everybody's going to work and to school. I don't know about you, but have you noticed these days? I don't know what it's like for you, but certainly in the UK now, there seems to be a trend for school kids to go to school by getting the mum to drop them off or the dad to drop them off. It just clogs the roads up with vehicles. I don't understand why people don't let their kids just get on a bus or walk or something. Our kids walk to school, you know. They have for many, many years. We've never had to drive them unless when they were very young. We had them in a preschool. And of course, when they are young, they can't really get the bus themselves anyway. But they lived a few miles away. But after that... I mean, obviously some people can't. It depends where you live. Sometimes they're in a school and you just can't do anything but drive them. But I'm talking about the majority of people in the country seem to just favour letting the parents take them everywhere now. And never getting on the bus. And public transport, I don't know, you see the buses and public transport, they're never full. Well, I'm talking the UK, I don't know about other countries, but in the UK they're just not full anymore. What is this? Oh, he's stuck because of me. That's interesting. Look at him edging forward like a centimetre at a time. Who does that? I should probably go. Since right, apparently that guy decided to sit there. Oh well. We'll just leave that one to the insurance company. Let's get out of here. I'm not impressed with Copenhagen's bloody road system. Good grief. Look at the mini-map. We've got a left turn and then a right. The engine keeps stalling, interestingly. This only weighs 7 tons, but it feels heavier. Actually, is this an oversized load? Actually, it probably is. I'm going to put my beacons on anyway. I'm not. It's not marked up as oversized, but the trailer looks particularly long, and we are pulling a bus. So, but that could be within normal size parameters, I guess. It's got a D on the back. Look, Germany. You see that? The country code is D. Yeah, I'll be kind of glad to get out of Copenhagen. I'm sure it's a beautiful city. But I seem to be having problems with it. So anyway, right, so you've got the Volvo skin pack to download. You've got the interior you can download if you want a sexy black with a neon blue. What else have we got? Well, this is going to be interesting. So you know I've mentioned about 1.8 in my last video. I talked about 1.8 of Eurotruck and how they were going to do the AI. And we're expecting it to come out in 1.8. I don't have a date on that yet for those people that are asking me. I think they're still working on it. But I have noticed that on the sort of early release notes for 1.8, I have noticed that they've messed around with the physics. And I've got a feeling, I don't have a definite confirmation on this, but I have a feeling that it's going to bugger up the realistic physics mods. Any mods that base themselves on the physics and try to modify it are probably going to be broken until they fix it. That's what I've sort of read so far in the early release notes. Like I say, it's not out yet. I've not tried an actual build to confirm that. When I get near 1.8 release, I'll try the build out and see what it's like. But I'm warning you now, if you're like me and you use realistic physics, watch out for that one, because when you upgrade to 1.8, if it suddenly starts behaving very, very strangely, you will need to disable the physics until the mod author releases another one, which he probably doesn't even know about yet. He probably doesn't know that his mod's about to be broken. I'm not sure what they've done exactly, I just know that they've messed about with the physics. Whoa, slow down a little bit. Right. Let's pick up some speed. Let's see if we can spot any more trailers out of this trailer pack, because I've only seen a few of them so far. I've never seen that digger before. And I am intrigued as to what's actually in this trailer pack, because it comes with a screenshot which shows you lots of different things, but they're very hard to see. They're quite small. This dude's going quite quickly, isn't he? Transinet. Well, that was one of them. That was one. Did you see that? There again. Like metal cages or something. Let's get past this Transinet truck. So yes, so watch out for that. Realistic physics on the next release may be broken. That's the little snippet of news I've got for you. That was a normal... Whoops. That was a normal car trailer. I do this a lot on my my stream, actually. If you do watch my stream, you'll notice that I have this tendency to veer off the road. And normally, when I'm streaming, it's because I'm trying to read the chats. Because obviously I'm playing live. Oh, there's another one over there. You see it? That was a crane, a mobile crane. I'm trying to read chat. It's very difficult streaming, actually. I don't know if you've ever tried it or not, but when you've got like a couple of thousand people sat there watching and they're all kind of typing away and sending you messages and stuff, you got to keep looking over at your second monitor to try and read the chat so you can respond to it. At the same time, you're trying to drive a truck and keep your eye on the road, and obviously pay attention to your fuel level, and if the sat nav is telling you to get off, and then just to top it all off, these little deliveries will come in, or people will subscribe. It's crazy. It can get absolutely mad. And just occasionally, well, actually, most streams, I'll end up catching a wall or driving into something. Because it is a bit like trying to spin plates. I mean, I like it. It's good fun. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that it's actually quite a difficult thing to do. I think I've got better at it as time's gone on, but you know, if you do that for 3 or 4 hours, it can be quite stressful. You feel like you've really driven a truck for 4 hours, you know? It's crazy. I've got no excuse when I'm doing this, apart from if I stick my head out the window to look at some trailer, then you can expect me to... Just about got that. You can expect me to clip something now and again. Now, apparently we give way here. I've never really understood this junction, because in the UK, if we had to give way, we would have lines across the floor, just about the front of this bus, the front of the coach. We would have lines, and we'd have a sign up saying give way, but in this country, we seem to just implicitly give way. And I have to admit, I've got a feeling this AI car is going to be stuck here for a long time. Oh, there's another one. Was that a combine or something? I'm going to have to risk it, because this will probably go horribly wrong. You know, we're going to be here for a while if we don't do that. There we go. That wasn't too bad. That could have gone really badly wrong. Yeah, I don't quite understand that junction. Surely I would have thought there'd be a give way sign or something on the floor, but Doesn't appear to be. I'm trying to catch that combine up. He's probably oh no, there he is. I want to take a look at that thing if I can. If it gets too far away, of course, the computer will just despawn the damn thing and we'll never see it. And try and keep it in visibility if I can. Right, another thing I wanted to talk about. I've got 1.6 million in the bank, as you can see down there on my mini-map. 1.6 million, and people are thinking, how did you get so much money? And I've actually been asked, what cheat did you use? How did you get that much money? And if you've been watching my Eurotruck videos since the beginning, as in back in January of this year, you will know that this is my career profile, and you've seen videos. If you've caught every video and every stream, you have seen 100% of the progress that I've made on this profile. So I'm about to get crazy, break the speed limit. I want to have a look at that. Whoa, that's nice. Very nice. And it was a Scania. Here comes the ferry. So what I'm trying to say is that money there that you see, if you want to, just go and watch all my videos. There will be gaps in progress where I've basically gone and streamed it. But it never jumps significantly. So, you know, oh, obviously used a hack and gave yourself 500,000. I've never done that. I don't use hacks. I certainly don't play sims to cheat. It's just ridiculous. What the hell is the point of that? I play a sim to play a sim properly, so I like to be challenged, and I have struggled at the start. I struggled with money, and as you know, I had to create a research profile just so that I could try out different trucks, because on my career profile I was struggling for money. So I created a research profile, which actually I downloaded a research profile, which had infinite money and very, very high level, and I used that just to review trucks. But back on my career profile, I never cheated at all. I just used 100% legitimately drove my way to success, as it were. And what I've noticed now is, before I started this video, I had about 1.6 million, and I had 30 drivers and trucks, including myself. There was 30, in Squirrel Logistics, there's 30 drivers and trucks. A couple of weeks ago, I think there was about 22. Yeah? Before I started recording this video, I was on 30, and I bought 10 trucks and hired 10 drivers, and that took me down to about 900,000. Oh look, engine parts, wicked, nice. And look at that. I mean, I was on 30 drivers and trucks, and just because I jumped around a few garages or quick travelled to a few garages, my money just went up to 1.6 million. Because they're earning so much money now, it's ridiculous. You know, I've got 40 drivers, and some of them, they'll make a drive and they'll bring in 18 grand just off one quite small drive. You know, because they got very high stats. And for those of you that are wondering, I think you've asked this question, does it matter what truck you give to a driver, an AI driver in your company? And the answer is no, because I made that mistake at the very start. I gave them, you know, quite upgraded engines and stuff on the truck so that they could pull bigger loads, but it really honestly doesn't seem to matter. I buy everybody in the company now the bottom of the range Scania, just paint it in Squirrel Black and boom, give it to them. It doesn't make any difference. You know, you give it long enough, and once their skill points are high enough, they'll be bringing in 15 grand a trip. And when you've got like 30, 40 drivers who are starting to bring in 10 grand each plus, you know, and you're talking like almost every day, very quickly your money starts to just spiral. I mean, if you watch that money, by the end of this video, I reckon it'll be on about 1.75 million at a guess. I'm purely guessing, but I reckon I'll have brought in 100 grand by the end of the video, probably. And this is what I'm saying. Once you've got to like a certain level, there is no real end game in Eurotruck. You're just driving around for the fun of it, for the pleasure of it, to try out different trucks, to try out, you know, to go to all the different cities, try out different mods and trailers. There you go. Straight away, driver just brought in 9.6 grand. And that is a relatively new driver. They're not, you know, they've not been around the company for a while. But there is no challenge in money terms anymore for me, because I'm rolling in money, 1.6 million, and all I can really do with it is buy another garage, buy some more trucks, buy some more, hire some more drivers, and make some more money. There's no kind of, when I've played previous games like let's say Transport Tycoon Deluxe, yeah, or even Sim City, or you know, or any of the other kind of sims where you're managing an economy, and you're not really managing much of an economy in this game, but there is an economy. And even, you know, back in the 90s when I was playing games like Ports of Call, even then, where I was essentially driving ships around and growing a shipping company, there was the concept of disasters. You know, things would go wrong. You know, in this game, your truck drivers' trucks don't even break down. They don't have accidents. You don't suddenly get a message saying, oh, driver whatever has had an accident and the truck's been written off. And, you know, then you're looking, well, did I have insurance? Did I have truck insurance on all of my trucks? Or did I not have insurance? Did I take a risk? And if I took a risk, because I couldn't be bothered or afford the premiums, I've got to buy a new truck. I'm screwed. I can't do anything. Or I've got to pay the repair bills. There's none of that. So there's nothing to take your money away apart from a speeding ticket or a red light ticket. That's the only thing that can take your money away, unless you start smashing your truck into a wall and paying repair bills. You know, the servicing costs are minimal, really. There's none of that. There's no kind of... And I'm not having a go at SCS at all. This is a wonderful, beautiful, really enjoyable game. What I'm saying is, this is where I believe that they should start to put some attention when they've got American Truck Sim out of the door. I think they should, as well as obviously expanding the maps and the trucks, they can do that in the background, but I'm talking about the core game mechanics. They need to start looking at, as I talked in the last video about achievements and an unlock system, and they also need to start looking at the sim side of it and making it a little bit more sim-like, where you're managing an economy and you're managing a company and you've got drivers and things go wrong. Do you know what I mean? And even on your journey things go wrong, where there's accidents and stuff and you get snarled up in traffic. And you could sit there, or you could skip ahead. You know, let's say now I suddenly found myself in a load of traffic, and then the game went, there's been an accident up ahead, you know, do you want to skip forward 2 hours, basically? And I go, yep, and it skips me forward 2 hours, and I go past the problem, but that's 2 hours on my delivery. I didn't have to do it in real time, but that's 2 hours on top of my delivery that has made me, it could make me late. And if I've got a cargo that has to be there on time, that could be a problem. You see where I'm going with that? Like, making it a bit more interesting, giving you things to strive for, giving you things that can go wrong, the core tenets of what a sim is meant to be. That's what I'm thinking they should start to bring into this game, so that we've got ourselves a real trucking kind of game, not an arcade game where you drive trucks around, but more of a sim kind of game. I think that'd be really enjoyable. I think that people want that. I think a lot of people who drive these trucks, you know, they play this game, they love it because they love trucks, they love the idea of trying to drive trucks, they just love pimping their truck out. But there's also something that becomes apparent, is that the middle to end game isn't really there, and you need to be challenged. You need things to aim for, things to do, goals, achievements. Yeah? Even in things like Transport Tycoon Deluxe, you had AI competitors. Even that can be fun. I mean, everybody knows the AI competitors are often just crap. You know, the game effectively cheats and gives them things, because the AI can only be written so well, and it can't think like a human. So if you put it on harder difficulty, quite often what that means is the computer gets things at vastly discounted prices, and suddenly they explode in growth. I mean, I remember Transport Tycoon Deluxe, you play that on hard difficulty, and you'd just be starting out and you'd be struggling to connect two cities. Next thing, the AI comes along with the most ridiculous track you've ever seen. It would build a railway that would go over the top of yours, loop round, go under bridges, fly. You know, it was through mountains, which costs shit tons of money to dig. The tunnels cost so much money. And it would just do it. And you know that it's doing that because the AI has been given a massive discount. And even though it was frustrating, if you stuck at it, you could still beat the AI. It gets to a point where you build up strength. The computer AI mid to end game is crap, quite honestly. It tends to do really well in the early game because of its heavily discounted nature, but once it gets to middle and end game, the AI just can't cope with it, and you just take over. And you used to be able to do sneaky things like build road systems. You basically, you'd look at the city where they've got buses, and you'd move in, and you'd start to create road systems with roadblocks on them, or send them into loops, so the buses would just sit there going around a looped bit of track, constantly breaking down. They couldn't get back. It's really bad cheating things, but you know, it was funny. It was really hilarious to do, I thought, anyway. I mean, it's a completely different game to this. Obviously it was a transport game, but it was about growing a company and being successful at growing a company. But then this could be the same, couldn't it? As well as you taking part, effectively driving one of the trucks in your own company, you could allow the AI to drive trucks as it does now, but you could also allow other drivers, like your friends. You could hire them into Squirrel Logistics or whatever trucking company you've got, and then they could take jobs for you and work for your company, and that'd be so cool. So cool to do that. I know I'm waffling. I know I'm blue sky thinking, as they call it. But what the hell? You can dream, can't you? And if SCS ever need ideas, they know where to come, don't they? They just need to come watch these videos and read your comments, and I swear we could just give them a dossier of ideas between us. So I don't think they're ever going to be short of ideas, but that's what I would like from this game anyway, as well as the enjoyable aspect. And I'd like them to bring you some more truck models as well. I think they should bring a new truck out, like a truck a month or something. You know, a model, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what's in the realms of possibility for them, but DLC trucks, DLC trailers, all this kind of thing. Why is there a fixed number of trailer types in the game? Why can't it be expanded? Why can't we add new ones all the time? Why do trailer mods have to trample over an existing trailer? Why can't they just add to it? These are things that I've often wondered. But anyway, so in other news, just generally about my channel, I suppose, I've been playing a bit of Battlefield 4 this week. Battlefield 4 came out a few days ago, and it's a bit of a mixed bag, Battlefield 4, if you've played it. I don't know if you play Battlefield at all, but it's deeply unstable. It's very laggy. There are certainly big issues with the game, and it still feels like a beta, to be honest. So, you know, you try hard to enjoy it, as I've posted on my Facebook and Twitter. I'm trying hard to enjoy it and to like it, but it's just fighting me at every turn. It's saying, you know, it just kicks you out of games. You'll spend 30 minutes playing a game, and then the client will crash, and you lose all of the XP. Everything that you unlocked, all the XP is gone. You just wasted 30 minutes of your life. And it's deeply depressing. And I can't understand why a game like that, which is an online game, can't just, you know, every 30 seconds post back to the server to say what your progress is. So that if the game does crash out, you don't lose all of it. You just lose the last 30 seconds maximum. You know, why can't it do that? Also, there'll be other games that I'll be playing, and people are asking me about my Kerbal Space videos. I'm going to make Kerbal again. The answer is yes. I have been struggling for the last week or two. Struggling with hundreds of messages, struggling to make videos. I've been trying to focus on making videos. I think I only managed one stream since last Sunday, which is a bit of a disappointment, but it's difficult, I must admit. Work's been quite tiring. I've got 4 weeks left of my probationary period. I'm supposed to pass 4 exams. I'm on track to pass 3. But mostly because I've been doing chargeable work, so, you know. My theory is they can't have it both ways, but if they suddenly decide to sack me at the end of my probation, It's not going to be a fun Christmas, is it? In hindsight, getting a new job before Christmas possibly wasn't the best thing, but I didn't have much choice over it, really. Well, I did, but I felt like I had to walk out of my last job. I need to slow down because there's a 90 limit. Yes, I'd rather not be unemployed at Christmas, so I'm working... Oh, that's nice. Captain Bus Driver and his infinite acceleration. I'm working hard not to get sacked, but that does mean sometimes I can't stream when I want to, or make videos when I want to. I do try. I am trying. I'm tired most of the time, but I'm not complaining. I'm just letting you guys know if you don't get enough streams or videos out as you'd like. There are reasons for it. It's not me being the lazy bugger. I promise. So yes, Kerbal Space is something I'm going to revisit. I want to do the career mode, make some videos of that. I've got some stuff planned to stream, like non-Euro trucking stuff. People have been asking me to stream Train Simulator, which I thought was very interesting, so I may well do that as well. But I have got other things lined up. I've got new things coming up, actually, that I'm not going to mention yet. New games planned for my channel. And I hope you'll like them. But in the meantime, if you're not following me on Twitch, guys, get over there and follow me on Twitch, and then you'll get an email whenever I do stream and go live. You can also tell it to send you a text message, which is cool. So when my stream goes on, you'll get a text message from Twitch saying, you know, Squirrel's Nuts is now live, kind of thing. So that's another way you can get messages. And also, right, this is an interesting one. You must have heard of Google Plus, yeah? You heard of Google Plus? If you've got a Google account, you've definitely heard of Google Plus, because they've pretty much forced it down everybody's throats, including mine. So what's interesting is Google decided to create a Google Plus page for me, and then, you know, I'm struggling to understand what to do with it. But you guys have been obviously Googling for it and finding out about it, or Google's been telling you about it. And, you know, at least something like 800 people have gone and clicked like or follow or whatever it is on Google+. I must admit, I'm not actually doing anything with the page. I actually don't know what to do with the page, because, to me, it feels a little bit like my Facebook page. I've got a Facebook page where I can talk and post and interact, and Google Plus kind of feels like another one of those, but Google's variation of it. But I'm struggling. Have you guys got ideas? What should I do with this Google Plus page that I can't do with Facebook page? I don't want to have two. I don't want to do both. I honestly don't know. And Google have sent me an email a few days ago saying, congratulations, your page is now eligible to have its own URL. So this is what they've done. Google has now created me a URL, which is google.com/plus Squirrel's Nuts. I'll add that to my video description just for reference. That's my Google Plus page now. Google.com/plus Squirrel's Nuts. But I don't know what to do with this page, and I'm kind of looking for ideas, really. I don't know what's possible. I really don't have time in my life to fathom all this stuff out. It's bad enough trying to fathom games out and record games and keep them interesting. So I'm looking for ideas. What do you think I should do with the Google Plus page? And is it something you'd like to see me post on? Is it better or worse than Facebook page, and why? Can I make it different to my Facebook page? If so, why? You know, there's lots of you guys are out there. You've probably seen other people's Facebook pages and Google Plus pages, and you've probably got some ideas and some thoughts and some tips for me. Bring it on. You know, leave some comments in the video, email, let me know. Because I honestly don't know what to do with the Google Plus page. I just don't want it to be another Facebook page. Do you know what I mean? I don't need the admin of another page to manage, because it's bad enough. And I've now brought in a couple of moderators for my Facebook page because I cannot deal with all of the messages and comments anymore. I get far too many. It's just too many coming in. Literally, I could spend 2 hours clearing up all the messages, and by the next day I'll have another 30 messages in the morning. By the end of the day I'll have 50. It's like, I'm drowning in email and Twitch messages and Facebook messages. It's crazy. Oh, I took that corner a bit too fast. It looks like we're almost here, interestingly enough. This was like a one-day journey, wasn't it? Set off at 8 o'clock in the morning from Copenhagen, and by, what, 6:30 at night? We're 68k out of Prague. Still got 3/4 of a fuel tank left. We've only used a couple of 100 litres. So this new Volvo has quite an economical engine. It has, well, it's one of the reasons why it won Truck of the Year 2014, is because it has a very eco-friendly engine. Although I'm using a 750 brake engine, and that is not the norm. Like I've said before, most of the... Oh, that's a beautiful view. Most of the trucks on the road these days are sort of 400 to 500 range. Certainly in UK and Europe, that tends to be the horsepower that they go for. I think that hits the sweet spot between being able to pull most loads effectively and obviously getting good value for money when you buy the truck because it's cheaper, and fuel economy. So obviously that's the sweet spot, isn't it? Certainly for the Scanias, it tends to be the 420, 440s are the most common on the road. When you see the non-articulated stuff, I've noticed it's all about 220s, 240s, that kind of range. But for the Arctics, it's the 400 is definitely the most common truck. So a 750 like this, I mean, you'd have to be pulling some pretty serious weights to be hauling a 750 truck. But I enjoy the 750. It's just badass. Look at that bridge. That looks like Meccano. It looks like something out of Bridge Simulator. That's hilarious. That's cool. Some guy had to sit down and model that. Yazoo! Yazoo! If you watch my milkshake video, which I'm sure you did, I'll let you download that one. That was specially made for me. And I left it in because it's fun seeing Yazoo Milkshake going past now and again. Banana is, of course, my favourite. If you watch my streams, you will know that I love banana Yazoo Milkshake. I've not had one for a few days. Perhaps I should nip down the shop and get one before tonight's stream. So yes, I'm gonna turn in the Volvo. Well, not turn it in. I'm gonna trade it. I'm gonna keep it within Squirrel Logistics, but let somebody else drive it. And I'm gonna focus my attention on something else. And my, that's a big trailer. I could go back to the Scania. I'm thinking about trying out some other trucks just to test them. And I'm thinking about MAN trucks. Thinking about giving an MAN truck a go. What do you think? I'm actually obeying the speed limits. I've not got a single speeding offence. I'm paying attention to these little 110s going past and then the 80. Although if that's 80, he's speeding. Deliveries in sight. We are in Prague. And, you know, I said to you at the start of the video, I said to you my money will probably be on 1750 by the end of the video. Just take a look at my money. I'm not far off. Don't. Seriously, dude, don't. Come on. What the hell? What the actual hell? He just sat there. He looked at me. He's like, yeah, closer, closer, closer. Now I'm going to pull out. That's ridiculous. As I was saying, 1750 is what I think my money be on. I wasn't far off. I'm on 173 at the moment. And you never know, before I actually make this delivery, a driver might finish. And that's what I mean about money. I'm going to have to go out and buy a garage. In fact, you know what? You see this garage here? I'm going to buy it. I'm going to make this delivery. I'm going to go and buy that. Because I need the space. Pretty much every town I go to now, I'm going to have to start buying a new garage. Just to keep up with it. Phenomenal growth. And it feels like it's exponential. It feels like it's spiraling out of control. So if I fill that up, that's going to be another 6 drivers. Who'll bring you money in. And yeah, at first they don't bring a lot in. But once they're scaled up, and I always go for long distance first. And then I find if you go for something like fragile, yeah, or just in time, the money they'll start bringing in, it just becomes ridiculous. And after that, you just whack it unbalanced. But you've got to keep your eye on it every now and again. Just, you know, every sort of 5 or 6 journeys, pop into your driver management, just go through them all and make sure they're all in the right setting. Because the last thing you want to do is tell a driver to specialise in, say, long distance driving, not keep your eye on it, and then they've just been sat there and they're already maxed out and they're not going anywhere. You don't want that. Here we are. Where are we at? Copenhagen, which is obviously a delivery company, I'd guess. Possibly a well-known one. Oh, you could have told me earlier, dude, but thanks. I forgot to toot that guy. That looks like very small space for a bus. And this is going to be a very sharp angle. But let's... Yeah, that is a very sharp angle. Let's see if we can make this turn. A bit sharper than that. Looking good. Straighten her up. Oh, I think we've just overshot very slightly. It's still salvageable, possibly. Possibly that'll be in. I should accept that, I think. There we go, first time. Ding dong. I don't know what that says in Russian. Presume that says bus. Delivered from Copenhagen to Prague. Excellent delivery. Right. And I am now going to go and buy that garage in Prague. But let's turn the lights off. I don't think we need to bore you with that one, do we? Don't forget you can download this squirrel skin for your Volvo, and there's a black one in there as well. But you even get a nice little squirrel in the back. Beautiful job, love it. So I hope you enjoy that, and there's a link to the trailer pack I used in this video as well. I'm in Prague. It's time for the end of this video, so it remains for me to say, take care guys, and happy trucking.